Good morning. You are in the back room with Becky, and it's a marvelous Monday. And sad news over the weekend. I don't know that anybody is really surprised, but Amy Winehouse, um, entertainer, singer, writer, and active drug user, was found dead in her home in London on Saturday. Now, we've been watching Amy ever since she said, I don't want to go to rehab. They told me to go to rehab, and I said, no, no, no. I know her family is probably saying, damn, she made a number one hit. We wish she would have just went on ahead to rehab. The sad thing is that many times these very talented and gifted people have demons. And you only have to watch an episode of Celebrity Rehab to know that, my mother used to always tell me, she said, don't envy anyone because that person that you're envying has hidden secrets that may keep them up at night. While you're envying that position that that person is in, it might look good from the outside, but when you get on the inside, it's a hot mess. A hot mess. Now, Amy was a hot mess on the outside. And I don't know why anybody was surprised that, her. I would just love to read her life story. How did she get this way? 27 years old. In the hood, that would be nothing. They'd be like, yeah, she's been using since she was 13. So we just knew her body was going to shut down. This woman had three addictions going at the same time: drugs, alcohol, and she had a eating disorder. Well, I knew it was a problem because I said, now, I talk about skinny bitches, but I wouldn't even talk about her because I knew she was not well. She was not well. And we have a lot of people in our communities and in our families, and we're looking at them and we knowing that they are not well. Like Charlie Sheen. Been very quiet, hasn't he? Uh-huh. They somewhere trying to save Charlie's life. I bet you $1 to a donut. Now, it's time for us to come to some realizations about America. And one of the things is, and I will just keep it real, I'm going to keep it 100, like Ray J said, all the time. There is a pervasive attitude in this country that we need to be medicated in order to move through our lives. And if we're not using street drugs, the doctors will be more than glad to put you on any number of pills. They got pills to help you go to sleep, pills to help you wake up. They got stuff you can drink that'll give you extra energy out there. Do you really think that that's natural? Anything that you put in your body that's going to hype you up or bring you down and it's not natural, it's going to do harm. Now, I know you said, Ms.B, come on now. No, watch the documentary, The Prozac Nation. Okay? Now, I'm not going into no whole bunch of details about stuff. They got a promotional, they have a PSA, public service announcement, right now on the air talking about mental illness in the African American community. Because see, that dude that y'all laughing at that's walking up and down the street talking to himself, he's probably schizophrenic. I know the church people are saying, oh, this demons, if he just pray. Okay, shut that shit down. Let me tell you something. God gave doctors the knowledge and the wisdom to do what they do because he knew that we didn't have enough faith to heal ourselves as we once did. Now, you say must be going over in the left field again. No, we're still talking about addictions, untimely death, and mental illness. If you tell me Amy Winehouse was in perfect mental condition, I'll come through this and slap you. Yes, I will, and I won't need a glove. I won't need BJ. Just put the pimp ham down. Stop being stupid, people. You drinking coffee, if you smoke cigarettes, if you drink more than 3 glasses of wine a day, the National Association of Mental Health says you may have a mental illness. If it is not an addictive personality, you're trying to treat something that happened to you, some trauma. Another case in point, Mary J. Blige. Anybody checked out last night in Behind the Music? I had to stop watching. Yes, it had a happy ending, but again, We look at these people, our children and young people are idolizing them. God knows I love and respect Mary J. Did I need to know just how jacked up her family was? That's every other black entertainer's story. It's something jacked up in their lives. Now, you know, I know that this is our plight. This is the plight of this nation. It's not just black people that have addicted people and mentally ill people that's undiagnosed and unmedicated running around in their family. You know, it's all these guys blowing up stuff and killing people, going in just shooting up people, and then asking, well, I wanted the guy that killed all those people said he won't in Norway. Norway, you ain't never heard of Norway getting no scraps, no squabble with nobody. Like Switzerland, they stay neutral the majority of the time. And you know, we got people like that every day. But here's what I want to say. Now, we're going into the deep end of the ocean. If you ain't used to swimming in deep water, I'll advise you to get in the lifeboat and stay there. When the values of a country are that I see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, evil will come and visit you and knock on your door and let you know that just because you're pretending I'm not here, guess what? I'm coming and I'm going to show up in a big way. I've always felt that way about 9/11. The arrogance of this country will be our downfall. They arguing right now. Now, my sister is an accountant, and I always used to wonder how she used to manage to screw up her own budget. But now I know that just because you have the knowledge doesn't mean you have the powers or the self-control to implement it. So what is their suggestion for America's big debt? I know you said jumping all over the... I'm still talking about the same thing. We have an inability to maintain and control our own impulses. They want to raise the debt so they can raise that, you know, what the level is where they say we are so in trouble that we're at the verge of collapse. So they want to say, just like when you get your credit card and you done went over your limit and you still want to buy something and you go on the phone and say, could you raise my limit so that I can get further in debt with you guys? Oh, thank you. Hell yeah, they're going to tell you it's okay. Because they're going to be out. That's the other kind of bondage that we have in America. Okay? We're in bondage to celebrity worship, alcohol, drugs, pharmaceuticals, if you will, because there are certain things in the environment that I don't consider a drug. And I'm Caribbean and you know what I'm talking about. Irie, bless up. Now, if you are looking and paying attention to the news and you see these things happening, you must don't read the Bible. You don't read the Bible, do you? You don't read the Bible. Read the Bible. You don't even have to read the news. Nostradamus wasn't even in this century. And God gave him to get the prophecy to try to tell you, forewarn you. Instead, y'all have made an icon out of him and, oh, Nostradamus, but you ain't taking it seriously. So when you see the signs and symptoms that somebody is ill, like this country is ill, we spending money we don't have. Half of us is drug addicted or alcohol addicted. If we're not doing that, we run into the casinos. If we're not doing that, we're trying to, every girl in the world, or every man in the world, we're trying to do them. And we ain't doing that, we're raping, molesting, and exploiting young children. You don't think America is sick? You didn't do much of your history lessons. Because a nation that forgets its past, just like a people that forgets its past, you're doomed to repeat it. So we got a whole nother kind of revolution brewing. And it won't be a civil war. It ain't going to be nothing civil about this war when the oppressed people rise up and say, enough is enough and too much stinks. You're driving us off the road. Is it our president's fault? Hell no, it's not his fault. Because the president is only as strong as the people who follow him. And right now, we got some weak-ass people. And we're not taking responsibility for our actions. So while y'all mourning over Amy Winehouse, and I'm not saying don't feel sorry for her family, don't pray for her family, don't. But if you keep asking, why? I'm going to slap you. You know why. She abused her body. She was 27 years old. She didn't eat. She drank. She smoked. She shot up, she snorted, bam! That's a recipe for death. It was just slow suicide. And what makes me so upset about the Mary J. Blige story is also, again, now this man is supposed to be a record producer. He's supposed to know these things. And everybody and anybody that's in the arts and entertainment knows that how we express ourselves. I know sometimes y'all be like, why is she hollering? I'm passionate. I'm very passionate about a lot of things. But when it gets to me so bad, and I hear this man say, whatever Mary was going through, it came out like art. Put a gun to his head, duck, because his brain ain't working. That is what art is. Art is the expression of those things that we cannot articulate with just words. Poets do it all the time. If I'm disturbed about something, you go read some of my. You will find the angry Becky. You will find the satisfied and so happy Becky. You will find the outraged Becky that has very political statements to make. My poetry is a whole plethora of the things that I have endured in life, and how I free myself is through my art. When you see BJ the Lady Pimp come out, she's an alter ego, but that don't mean I got split personality. That means it is another side that allows me to express myself. So this is just a warning. Wake up call, America. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Amy Winehouse won't be the last one that we watch die. But y'all run into the stores to buy her music because her art was pure. Not that her heart and everything was not pure, but her art, when she expressed herself. I don't care how drunk she was when she got up there. The chick was touching on some things that we all could relate to. And so I'm saying to you, we need not get so up in an uproar about somebody dying that was drug addicted for the majority of their adult life. That's kind of par for the course. You in the back room with Becky. It's a marvelous Monday. Despite what you see, despite what you hear, remember one thing. God gave you the power to make your day. Peace to the people. Always. Rest in peace, Amy.